Hello everyone, today we will discuss multiple alleles and human blood groups. Multiple alleles and human blood groups. First studying multiple alleles. First one, multiple alleles. So the multiple alleles means normally the single gene contain two variations. Single gene contain two forms are variations. Two forms are variations is called alleles. Is called alleles. So the normally single gene contain two forms or two variations is two varieties. The single gene contain two forms or two varieties is called as alleles. Is called as alleles. Single gene contain normally single gene contain two alleles. So these are two alleles present in the same locus on the homologous chromosomes. Same locus on the homologous chromosomes. So homologous chromosome, first of all chromosomes means, so our body contain 23 pairs of the chromosomes. Our body, the human beings contain 23 pairs chromosomes. The human being contain 23 pairs of the chromosomes. So these 23 pairs of the chromosomes, so the 22 pairs means 1 to 22 number of the chromosomes. So these 22 pairs of chromosomes is called as autosomes. Next one, last 23rd pair chromosome is called as allosomes. So that normally the male and female individuals, male organism or female organism, the body contain 23 pairs of chromosomes. So in these 23 pairs of chromosomes are the two types. First chromosome to 22 chromosome. These chromosomes are called as autosomes. So the last pair of the chromosome, 23rd pair chromosome is called as allosomes. So they are the 23 pairs. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. So totally 23 pairs of the chromosomes. One row of the 23 pairs of the chromosomes. Next one, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So totally 23 pairs of chromosomes present in the human beings. So this last 23rd pair. So this 23rd pair chromosome is called as allosomes. Remaining first chromosome to 22 chromosomes are called as autosomes. So in this homologous chromosomes means same type of the chromosomes. First of all, so they are the one chromosomes. So they are the one line of the chromosomes. So these are the pair of the chromosomes. So these 2, so they are the homologous chromosome. 6, so they are the homologous chromosome. 10, so they are the homologous chromosomes. So in this what the two alleles present at the same locus on the chromosomes. The alleles present on the same locus on the homologous chromosome. For example, just example. So they are the one chromosome. So they are the another chromosome. For example, just this chromosome is second chromosome, second pair of the chromosome. So these chromosome contain a alleles. For example, in this region presenting on the one allele, so they are presenting on the one allele. So these alleles present in the same locus on the homologous chromosome, same region of the homologous chromosome, same regions of the homologous chromosomes. So the two alleles present, so two alleles, one allele and another allele. Two alleles present at the same locus on the homologous chromosomes, same locus presenting on the homologous chromosomes. Next one, so these chromosomes, the two alleles of the genes, so the two alleles present at the same locus on the homologous chromosomes. Next step, these are two allele chromosomes, the two allele chromosomes, they contain three genotypes, three genotypes, two allele, two allele genes exhibit three genotypes, contain three genotypes. The two allele genes, they contain three genotypes. So the genotypes and phenotypes, two variations, genotypes and phenotypes. First of all, genotypes means genetically, so they are the genetically three types of the genotypes. And phenotype means the externally, expressions. Genetically means genotypes, expression means a phenotype, genotypes and phenotypes. So these two allele genes exhibit three genotypes, three allele genes exhibit three genotypes. So they are the normal chromosomes, the normal genes, the single gene contain, a single gene contain two alleles. Normally single gene contain two forms or variations, is called as alleles. The two alleles present in the same locus on the homologous chromosomes. The two allele of the homologous chromosomes, they exhibit three genotypes, So they are the normal chromosomes. Sometimes the few chromosomes, sometimes the few genes contain more than two alleles. Sometimes few genes contain more than two alleles, Sometimes the few genes contain, some genes contain more than two alleles, So these are called as multiple alleles. More than two alleles is called multiple alleles. Multiple allele means, so the single gene contain more than two alleles. Single gene contain more than two alleles of the individual. Single gene contain more than two alleles of the diploid individuals is called as multiple alleles. Multiple allele means the single gene contain more than two alleles is called as multiple alleles. So these exhibition organism. So this organism is called as multiple allelism. So the multiple allelism. So there are multiple alleles. The organism is called as multiple allelism. Multiple allelism. So they are called as multiple alleles. So the more than two alleles present in the single gene is called as multiple allele. Multiple allele means the gene contain more than two alleles. Is called as multiple alleles. So these multiple alleles does not identify the single individual. So the multiple alleles do not identify the single organism. Multiple alleles do not identify the single individual. Single individual. Single individual or single organism. So, multiple alleles do not identify the single individual. So, they are identified in a population. So, they are identified in a same population. So, the same population. So, the multiple alleles is identified. So, the multiple alleles, so they are identified the diploid individuals can be observed in the population. So, they are observed in the, so the multiple allele is observed in the population. Multiple alleles observed in a population. Observed in a population. So, the multiple alleles do not identify this. So, the multiple alleles do not identify the single individuals. Diploid do not identify the diploid individuals. So, they are identified in a population. In a population. So, the multiple alleles identify the do not a diploid individuals. So, they are identified in a population. For example, the human individuals. The human individuals. So, the example ABO blood groups. Example ABO blood groups. Example ABO blood groups. Example multiple allele example ABO blood groups. So, the ABO blood groups means, so the human beings every individual contain 23 pairs of the chromosomes, but so these alleles are the 3 types of the alleles. The chromosome number 9, chromosome number 9. These chromosome number 9 contain 3 alleles, IA, IB and IR, I naught. So, they are the 3 types of the alleles IA, IB, IR, I naught. So, these 3 alleles presenting in the single chromosome. So, the same chromosome of the 9th chromosome. So, 9th chromosome they contain 3 types of the alleles. 3 types of the alleles. So, these are the example of the multiple alleles. ABO blood groups are the multiple alleles. So, the single individual, for example, one person either A blood group or B blood group or AB blood group. So, but their chromosome number is same, 9th chromosome, few members A blood group, few members B blood group, few members AB blood groups, few members O blood groups. But these groups are all the presenting on the chromosome number 9. So, the single chromosome they contain more than 2 alleles, they contain 3 functions, they are the more functions. So, they are called as multiple alleles. Next one, so these genotypes, they identify the genotypes in a, so the genotypes of the individuals can be occur in the multiple alleles given by the expressions. So, the n into n plus 1 by 2. So, the identify the multiple alleles that contain how many genotypes. So, the identify the how many genotypes. So, the expression, so n into n plus 1 by 2. For example, 3 alleles. N means number of alleles. N means number of alleles. N means a number of alleles. So, for example, so the ABO blood groups are the 3 alleles. Allele numbers are 3. 3 means alleles are the 3 alleles. N means 3 into 3 plus 1 by 2. So, the 3 into 3 plus 1 means 4 by 2. 3 into 4 is equal 3 into 4 12 by 2. 2 by 12. So, there is 16 is equal 6 genotypes. The human beings contain 6 genotypes. First of all, equation n into n plus 1 by 2. N means number of alleles. Example, ABO blood groups. The ABO blood groups contain 3 alleles. 3 into 3. N means 3. So, the 3 plus 1 4. 4 into 3 12. 12 by 2 means 6. So, the 6 genotypes contain a human blood groups. 6 genotypes contain a human blood groups. So, they are the multiple alleles. So, they are the multiple alleles. So, the multiple allele means the single gene contain more than 2 alleles. Single gene contain more than 2 alleles is called as multiple alleles. So, these multiple alleles, the example ABO blood groups. So, they are identified a do not a diploid individuals. So, they are identified in a population. So, they are identified in a population. The human population, they contain a different types of the blood groups, A blood groups, AB blood groups, B blood groups and O blood groups. So, they are the different types of the alleles. Next one ABO blood types. 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 ABO blood types. So, the ABO blood types is discovered by ABO blood groups is discovered by Carl Landsteiner. Carl Landsteiner. Carl Landsteiner. So, the ABO blood groups, ABO blood types is discovered by the Carl Landsteiner, scientist Carl Landsteiner. He was Nobel Prize. He was Nobel Prize in 1930. He was Nobel Prize in 1930. Nobel Prize in 1930. He was Nobel Prize in 1930. So, they are work from the physiology or medicine. Physiology or medicine. Physiology or medicine. So, they have got a Nobel Prize in 1930. So, the ABO blood types is discovered by ABO blood types was discovered by Carl Landsteiner, scientist Carl Landsteiner. He was Nobel Prize. He was Nobel Prize in 1930 in the work of the physiology or medicine. Next one. So, the blood types. The human beings contain blood types, the 4 phenotypes, 4 phenotypes, 4 phenotypes, 4 phenotypes means blood types, blood types. So, the blood types are the A, B, AB and O types, A, B, AB and O types, blood groups, A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O blood group. So, they are the 4 blood groups, 4 blood groups are 4 phenotypes. Next one. So, they are identified based on the presence or absence of antigens. So, the blood groups is identify the presence or absence of antigens. Presence or absence. Presence or absence of antigens. Presence or absence of the antigen based on the presence or absence of the antigens in the plasma membrane. Antigens in the plasma membrane of the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane of the red blood cell, plasma membrane of the red blood cell. So, the red blood cell, plasma membrane and red blood cell, they contain antigens, presence or absence of antigens. So, the blood groups are the 4 types, presence or absence of the antigens, the blood groups are the 4 types. Next one, antigen A and antigen B. 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 So, these 2 antigens is called as isoagglutinogens. These 2 antigens is called as isoagglutinogens. Isoagglutinogens. So, the antigen A and antigen B. These 2 antigens is called as isoagglutinogens. Isoagglutinogens. So, the isoagglutinogens means, so the blood transmission, incompatible blood transmission. For example, A blood group persons, so they inject the B blood group. So, the transmission is a mismatch. So, that time, so the clump is formation, blood clotting is formation. So, these are called as isoagglutinogens, different blood transfusion occurring in the human bodies. So the blood clotting is occurring, so they are called as isoagglutinogens. Antigen A and antigen B, these two antigens is called as isoagglutinogens. So the isoagglutinogens means, so the mismatch of the blood transmission. So these times they are formation of coagulation. Coagulation means a clotting. So they are called as isoagglutinogens. Next one, blood type A. Blood type A. Blood type A. So the blood type A person, blood type A person, blood type A person, blood type A person, the RBC contain, RBC red blood cell contain antigen A, contain antigen A, antigen A. Next one, plasma contain, plasma, plasma contain antibody B, antibody B. So the antigen A and antibody B, they contain antibody B. So the antigen A and antibody anti-B antibodies contain anti-B antibodies. So the anti-B antibodies, anti-B antibodies. So the blood group A person, the red blood cell contain antigen A, antigen A contain red blood cell. Next one, plasma contain anti-B antibodies, anti-B antibodies. Next one, so this blood group is called as A blood group, this blood group is called as A blood group. The person RBC contain antigen, plasma contain B blood group, anti-B antibodies. So they are called as blood type A. Next one, blood type B persons, blood type B persons. So the blood type B persons, the RBC contain, RBC contain, RBC contain antigen B, antigen B. The RBC contain antigen B. A plasma contain, plasma contain anti-B, anti-A, anti-A antibody, anti-A antibody, anti-A antibodies. So they are the blood group B. Next one, blood type AB. Next one, blood type AB, blood type AB person. The blood type AB person, the RBC contain, RBC contain, RBC contain antigen A and antigen B, antigen A and antigen B. They contain two antigens, antigen A and antigen B is contained. Next one, the plasma, plasma contain, plasma contain no antibodies, no antibodies, no antibodies. So the blood group is the AB blood group. Next one, O blood type, blood type O, blood type O. So the blood type O person, blood type O person, RBC, RBC do not contain, the RBC no antigens, no antigens. Plasma contain, plasma contain anti-A and anti-A and anti-B antibodies, antibodies is present, anti-A antibody is present. So they are the blood types. So the four blood types, four phenotypes. First one, blood type A person, the blood type A person, the RBC contain antigen A, the RBC contain antigen A, upon blood RBC contain antigen A, blood plasma contain anti-B antibodies. So they are called as blood group A. Next one, blood group B persons. So the RBC contain antigen B. RBC contain antigen B. So the plasma contain anti-A antibodies. So the blood type AB persons, the RBC contain antigen A and antigen B. Two antigens is present, but plasma contain no antibodies. Plasma do not contain antibodies. Next one, blood type O persons, the RBC no antibodies. The RBC contain no antigens, but plasma contain antigen A, anti-A and anti-B, two antibodies presenting. So they are the four types of the bloods in the Karl Landsteiner. So they are discovered by the Karl Landsteiner. Next, continue to the next class.